All right, what's going on, boys? Um, Trade recap today. I took one trade today. Ended up being a loss, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go ahead and run through everything I was thinking, what I did right, what I did wrong. Um, yeah, so we can go ahead and get started. Heading in the morning, I was pretty loose on my bias. I really didn't. Honestly, I didn't really know where the heck we were gonna go, so I was just trying to observe and see and try to react off of what we were doing versus trying to predict the markets. Um, anyways, we during open, okay, we sold uh sorry. First, we had this previous day low resting down here, okay? I kind of wanted to base what I was going to do off of this low, or how we were going to react off it. So if we, or I was watching to see if we just ripped straight through it. So take the low and just freaking rip down, go towards New Week opening gap or some of these other lows in here, or if we're going to come down, sweep the low, get a reversal, come back higher, and then go to these all-time highs. So, which we did, we ended up coming down, taking out the previous day low, and then we did get a move back up higher, but the move was just like, it was just straight down, straight up. Open was like right here, sold off on open, immediately recovered straight back up. During that time, we had created this hourly fair value gap right here that we were coming back up into as we had this little move up right here, and we respected it quite nicely, okay? Which ES did the same as well. We came into the hourly for gap, respected it nicely, get a good rejection off of it. So I was like, all right, so maybe we want to go lower. Overall, if I were to be leaning one way or the other, I probably would have been leaning bearish just because I want to see us go down, like because we are like so far in this like premium up here because we've just been absolutely ripping every day up. With not great price action. This entire week has not been great, gonna be completely honest. Um, anyways, so we saw that, got that move down, move back up, rejection off this hourly. I was like, okay, maybe we can look for some shorts after we rejected that. So we created this 5 minute gap right here, and I was like, okay, I may be willing to take a short if we get a nice inverse on that 5 minute gap and we get a nice displacement candle and we inverse that gap. Okay, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll come in here and look for a short, see if we get some on a lower time frame. Expect this 2 minute gap right here. And then yeah, we respected that. Then we got this nice displacement candle, inverse 5 minute, credit or had a 1 minute change in state here, tap that nicely. I wanted to enter right here. Um, when we retapped that change in the state, so it would have been more something like this, like stop above that high, targeting that low, um, which I didn't get, or I didn't get in there because it moved without me, just didn't get an entry there. So I was like, all right, let's see. I still want to get or take a trade here because I like what we're doing. I like the setup. So I entered right here with from this displacement, and I guess you could say this change in the state right here on this. I don't know. Displacement candle. Boom. Entered in right there, targeting this internal low right down there. I had my stop. That's along. I had a pretty tight stop on this just because how bad price action's been yeah, this week. Was sizing a little less than I normally do. So, and I had a pretty tight stop as well because we had this 1 minute fair value gap that we created right here, and I really didn't want to see us like inverse and go above it. So I just gave it a little bit of room and then pretty much got wicked out. Um, Pretty quickly. We started respecting that gap, and I thought we were maybe gonna get it pushed lower, and then I'd be able to go like break even. But that ended up not happening. If I ended up getting in where I wanted to, I would have been able to go break even and probably got break. I would have got break in either way right there. Um, so yeah, ended up taking a little loss today. It's no big deal. Like You gotta be able to take a loss, and losses are a part of trading, and it just is what it is. What I think I did wrong here today, or one of the main things I know I did wrong is we had this other okay, so we had this leg up, right? We have two 5 minute fair value gaps in this leg that were created, and I took the inverse off of this one. Now I know when you have a leg like this where there's two fair value gaps, this bottom one or the top one, if we're taking it along, always has like the stronger. I don't know how to put it, but it's like it's a stronger like area. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but whatever. Since we didn't inverse this one, if we inverse this one right here, it would have been more likely for us to go lower because it holds more value because it's the second one in the leg. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. I don't know. So if there had only been like one 5 minute and there wasn't this one, then it's like, hey, it probably would have been a better setup just off rip. But since there was this other 5 minute below, we couldn't get through. We didn't have enough like volume pushing through it. And we just ended up respecting it and kind of chopping around in it for a while and then chopping the rest out the rest of the day. So like that is where I think I messed up for sure. I think I also messed up on just it wasn't like recognizing, hey, it's probably not the best day to trade. Because we didn't really do a whole lot. We had a decent little move at open, and then when we came back up, but like even then, there was really no good entries in this area. For like my model personally that I like trade. I couldn't see any. I didn't have any conviction in there. So waited for this, got stopped out. Um, is what it is. It's something to learn from always, and something to journal and write about, and all of that. But anyways, yeah, that's a trade recap for today. So hopefully we can get some, maybe close the week out tomorrow. If not, just gonna honestly probably just try to be extra patient because price action this entire week has been pretty not so good. So just trying to preserve the capital. So yeah, that is it from me.